Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema, Yashallah, Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema, Yashallah, Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Achad, Rocket the Yahweh, Rocket the Yahweh Shai, Rocket the Yahweh, Rocket the Yahweh Shai, Rocket the Yahweh, Rocket the Yahweh Shai, Bahashon, Chai Kodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. I was a high spirit and lawyer. But today I want to go to a topic. Really, it's going to be open forum. I'm just going to go in the spirit. But I start with Joel, the second chapter, all right? How it goes into, all right, Joel, the second chapter, how it goes into the missiles, all right? How it's going to be a day of darkness, a day of gloominess, all right? And I hope you brothers and sisters had a Tawab Passat, okay? May Yahweh Bahashim Havashah pass over us. Alright, because this is his cleansing system, his cleansing, alright, spiritual cleansing within the body. So may Yahweh Bahashim Havashah Bahashor Kakodash pass over us. But going back into Joel, the second chapter, alright, the end result of the downfall of America is those missiles. Alright. Pursuant to Joel, the second chapter. Alright. How it's going to be a day of darkness in a day of gloominess. What is going to cause the darkness and gloominess? Alright, the results of thermonuclear wind, the results of thermonuclear missiles, the result of thermonuclear smoke. Alright. It tells you in Isaiah that the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. I believe that's in Isaiah. All right, might be in Jeremiah. But it says the earth shall rock to and fro like a drunkard. That's the result of intercontinental ballistic missiles blasting one continent from exploded from one continent to another. All right, so different continents, different countries are releasing thermonuclear missiles. It tells you in Job, the 20th chapter, that those shallows are going to be open, all right, and that iron weapon is going to be released. See, this whole thing is about World War III. When I say this whole thing, all right, started from the beginning of times, this has been prophesied, man, that America was going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. This has been prophesied from the beginning. It has been prophesied that Yahweh Shai is going to come with thousands of, tens of thousands, thousands upon thousands with his angels to deliver the hopeful elect. Right, that's why it tells you in the book of Jude that Enoch, the seventh son from Adam, prophesies of these things. So if you pierce the veil and you pull the curtains of the matrix back, you will see that we are in the time of World War III, martial law, concentration camps, Jacob's trouble, and ultimately the destruction of America. Okay? Ultimately the destruction of America, man. Okay? So that's the time that we're coming into. Esau Edom, he fantasizes about a new world order, all right, in which he puts the charagma in everyone. He reduces the world population from about 8 billion people to 500 million. And do you understand the atrocities that have to take place, all right, to get the world's population down to 500 million from 8 billion, all right? That's 7.5 billion people being put to death through famines, all right, pestilences. And these are all engineered. Famines, pestilences. World War III is going to cause the death of millions and millions and millions of people. It tells you in Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, that we're going to serve-out men. We're gonna get men, all right, servant slaves to create burial grounds for all the corpses that are a result of World War III. All right. So people who have their sons and daughters in the military, all right, their sons and daughters are not going to come back home. All right, and there's going to be a draft. The times that we're coming into, and I believe the Passover is going to be the entrance. This particular Passover is the entrance of a new spirit that's going to be in the earth, a new time, because next month, really within a couple of weeks, we're going to have that Passover that's going to create that Hebrew character, Tha. And we know that Tha is the last character in the Hebrew alphabet, right? We know that Tha is the last character in the Hebrew alphabet, all right? So, you know, that's what that is, man. So the times that we're coming into is going to be rough times. So we're going to have to stand on our faith, and we're going to be demonized in the cities that we live in, all right? Because Esau is going to have planned attacks, all right? Planned attacks that he's going to orchestrate, and he's going to make us the face of it, like how he did on 9/11. He performed that sorcery, and everybody going after so-called Arabs around 2001, September 11th, to where convenience stores would get shot up because the country was so much in shock. All right, so something is going to happen that's way worse than 9/11. He's going to make us the face of terror. We know this because his blueprint to the New World Order. I think it was written by Albert Pike that the Third World War is going to be blamed on Ishmael, but now he's throwing us in there because of Yahushai. All right, like brothers was talking about last Passat, this past Passat, that Esau understands the prophecies. He understands that around 1969, he understands that 3.5 days was a 350-year period. So he understands who the Israelites are. He also understands that after 350 years from 1619, that we was going to wake up through the spirit. He didn't know how, he didn't know what particular group it was. He may have thought that, you know, it was the Black Panthers. He may have thought it was a certain particular gangs at that time. He may have known that it was Abba Bivens, but what happened was that the spirit of life entered unto us in 1969. But Jim Crow period happened around the same time. Not Jim Crow, I'm sorry. The COINTELPRO. Now what is COINTELPRO? Is counterintelligence program. Because what did he fear? He feared a black Messiah. All right, so any Israelite group, any so-called black group, so-called African-American group that was organized and structured and it was against the agenda of the government, it was against oppression. He knew that this is possibly, all right, the group that was going, the Messiah was going to come out of, and he didn't know exactly how. So any type of group that was under the so-called black leadership, he infiltrated. And best believe these Israelite camps have either sold out or they've been infiltrated. We've all been infiltrated, all right? We all have agents within our camp. Because Esau, not just because of national security, because he's afraid. He's afraid that there's going to be a particular group that's going to be of Yahushai, and this Yahushai is going to be a threat to their New World Order. It's going to be a threat to their government. According to the scriptures, it's not just a spiritual attack. Yahushai is literally going to come in the form of so-called UFOs. Yahushai and the angels, and he's the Lord of hosts. And he's going to overthrow this man's kingdom, and he understands that. So he has his eyes out, all right, for any particular group that's really housing Yahushai, that Yahushai is going to come out of, all right? Shalom, shalom, okay? Right, and it's beautiful, man. Beautiful, yeah, Khan. Herod knew Herod was told that there's going to be a king that's basically going to come out of Jerusalem. So, of course, if you're the current ruler, what are you going to do? Herod didn't just attack one Hebrew baby out of speculation. All right? He basically declared war on all Hebrew babies, man. All right? So, who's the new Herod, man? It's the elite. So, they're going to wage war on the Israelites. That's why they made 5 fucking movies called The Purge. And they had their little storyline, like, you know, we're the useless eaters that have to be purged out of society. But no, you're making an effort to get rid of that Hebrew king. Because you know that Hebrew king is going to come out of one of these groups, man. All right? So, yeah, he's going to have wartime propaganda in the sense that he's going to demonize us through the media. But he knows about that Messiah. He knows, see, in order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth. So in order to have Caesar Borgia as the Messiah, or Crispus Serapis as the Messiah, all right, you have to know who the real Messiah is. All right? And you know we're not so-called black people. You know we're not Negroes or African American. You know we're the Hebrews, just like Herod. All right? Just like Pharaoh back in Egypt. All right? When the king that was cool with Joseph died and they had a new Pharaoh, that new Pharaoh was like, man, I don't fuck with you like that. Shit, they outnumber us, man. All right, if we go to war, there's a possibility y'all could join with our enemies and overthrow us. Let's enslave them. You see, same thing with Herod. This is a threat to his kingdom. This is a threat to the elite's blueprint to the new world order. They know that a king should come out of Zion. They know that. They know that. They know that. So the reality of this is not just talk. There's going to be infiltration in these camps. There's going to be bribes to these camp leaders. All right? There's going to be concentration camps where they probably gonna make brothers or make an effort to make brothers eat swine's flesh, going back to Maccabees. All right? Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And one thing that we want to show big brother Yahushai is that we were faithful unto death, man. Okay? But we're coming into very, hey, you know, it's always darkest before the dawn. All right? But yeah, we have to take certain physical precautions, but the main precaution in these times to come is to have stockpiled faith. It's a stockpile of faith, man. So we knowing what's about to come. All right, we have to have our heads buried in the faith. All right, we don't have time to have excuses to not have time. All right, we don't have time to have excuses to not have time. All right. Because we can't have weak spirits in that time. We're going to have to be the light on the hill. Right? And like the brothers are saying during Passat, we're going to have to take a bold stand. It's not, you know, pussyfooting or just hiding under, you know, hiding behind a comment board or even me just doing videos or going out to teach. We're going to have to take a bold stand and say, this is what I believe, man. We take that bold stand, Yahushua going to take a bold stand for us, man. Because the Most High deals with balance. So when Esau comes with that pressure, Yahushua going to come with that defense. Esau hasn't come with that pressure yet. So we haven't seen that overt protection from our big brother, from our Lord and Savior. All right? Shalom, shalom. Okay? So that's why we have to fight for this truth, because when in this truth, you're paying your premiums when you pray, when you link up and do videos, when you're brotherly, you're paying on the insurance premium. So as soon as an accident happens, as soon as chaos happens, you're covered. But if you stop paying your premiums, you lose your coverage. It tells you that we're going to be here under the wings of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. All right? But yes, hard times are coming, but this is judgment for the 2/3 of our people. So a lot of you, hey man, this ain't the time to have some type of adherence to Jake out here in the world, man. At the end of the day, if they're not in this truth, they're your enemy, man. All right, is the 1/3 a large number within itself? Yes, but we have to focus on who we see around us and who we see in front of us, and that's the hopeful elect. All right, we can't say because of we all have family that we love. We all have that one auntie that used to babysit us or that favorite uncle, but we have to charge it to the game that they are here to not be here. They are here to most likely die in Jacob's trouble, or as soon as they turn that grid off. A lot of our families are for medical reasons grid dependent. You know, we're gonna have to take a bold stand. We're gonna be off the grid, man. All right, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay, but with that, I do hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Hakodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba Baal, Kam Yashala, Shalom.